How do you build the perfect Winterfest vacation rental in The Sims 4? Well, sit back and let me show you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today with another Sims 4 speed build. This is for a Sims 4 live Let's Play that I'm doing. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. So I am going live tonight, the night that I post this video, and that is December 12th with Jen the GX Simmer. And I decided to build a Winterfest getaway because we are doing some holiday gameplay. So you can see that I started this build off with a platform, and the platform is much bigger than the house. So what I have to do is take the time to build all the rooms in the house, and then I will shrink the platform down to match the size of the house. Now I am building in Brindleton Bay, as was suggested by Jen, and I looked up the weather in Brindleton Bay and realized that it would be perfect because it says that it usually gets snow and quite heavy. And so I am going to build the outside of this house in the style of what I see in the surrounding areas of Brindleton Bay, but the inside is going to be the most festive place that I've ever built in The Sims 4, and maybe that I've ever seen in real life too, except we go to look at Christmas lights, me and my kids, every year. So but anyway, it would be a perfect place that I would like to stay. And what I'm going to do is it's going to be 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. I'm going on to put the stairs in. I did use a floor plan that I found on houseplans.com for the front of the house and to kind of do parts of the inside. Now, what you are seeing is now me drawing the upstairs rooms, and I'm going to have a pretty wide area up there that's going to be a walkway, but 2 of the bedrooms and 1 bathroom are upstairs. I'm putting John's saucer lights in, but don't worry, they won't stay there. I only do that so that I can really see good in the lighting. Now, also, let me give my normal disclaimer. Please forgive my stumbling, bumbling, my ums, my ahs, my whatever that was, and my slow Southern United States drawl, because I do not edit my voiceovers when I do cast creations or speed builds. So back to it. Now I'm doing the roof, and I'm going to keep it simple enough, but I want to try to do this outdoor fireplace, and I'm going to put one inside too. So I've realized that I'm going to have to draw another box, which will be like a very tiny empty room, so that I can put a roof, and then I can put the chimney flute above. And then I'm going to try to find this exact color of this fireplace to match the walls that I built so that it looks like one continuous thing going straight up. Now, I did get that fireplace from the horse ranch pack and the chimney flute as well, so I'm gonna go back to that pack to see if I could possibly find some kind of brick to match it. Now I did spend quite amount of time looking at the color swatches, but you can see I actually found something that fits good. Now I do have a gap at the top of the fireplace, so what I'm gonna do is come back and put that same brick right behind the fireplace. Now I am using this wood because I'm gonna fence in the porch, but now I've got this weird thing where the railing to the stairs connects to the porch. So I decided to just cut that little section of the porch out. I am going to use columns. My past 2 builds, I've been kind of on a column frenzy, and I'm enjoying it, guys. So I'm going to put some columns here, and I'm going to darken the roof because I've got the white siding on the house, and I think that a darker roof works perfectly. Now I did toy with this metal roof, and then I was like, it looked really good actually, because I looked at the neighboring houses that I could see in the distance, and it looked to have metal roofs, but I was like, I'm not sure about that, and I am going to put trim. Now I decided that since I've got these columns and porch, everything there is super dark, that I'm going to make it dark, and the window treatments, the doors. Now I really had a hard time finding a door that I like to fit, and I really struggled with that. Now I'm using some of everything as I build. I'm not limiting myself. However, when I get to the inside, I know I'm going to put as much as I can from the holiday pack, and that's a free pack. You can still get it for free on the EA gallery or the EA website. Also, I'm going to use a lot from seasons because we've got like a lot of Christmas, Winterfest looking decorations. I'm gonna put stuff to represent everything, including Hanukkah. Now you see me putting the trim around the foundation. This is when I realized that I must have actually lifted the floors up on top of the foundation. So I actually come back and put a floor trim and I put the foundation trim. Now on the stairs, that's a wallpaper on the front of the stairs. And what I did was pick one that matched as close as I could to the foundation. And you know what? I think it came out really well. Now I'm gonna tell you, I spent a extraordinary amount of time to pick out windows. And I saw these windows from Mount Kamarebi. And when I made it dark just then, I realized, like, hey, you cannot see through these windows. And if it's snowing and cold, or if you come here in the summer, whatever you come here, maybe we want to do Winterfest in the summer. I just want you to have some windows you can really see out of. So I'm going to the back, and I did put a simple back door, and I am going to put stairs because you all know me. I don't like to have one entrance in and out of houses. So I like to be able to get out if you need to get out. Now I really struggle with what windows to put up here, but I think this looks good. And you see my chimney is really coming together. I'm gonna pick these dark wood floors, and I think, I might as well keep that whole thing going with the stairs. A lot of that is horse ranch pack. And I can tell you that I wait to the end, but even the rocking chairs and stuff, I'm going to put those on the porch from the horse ranch pack. I really wanted to have a big sweeping thing of porches. Now I'm going to go do my bathroom wallpapers and all of my wallpapers. This wallpaper that I'm using on the common walls, like in the bedroom, I don't know what color that is because it looks like a grayish purple and it's really light. And then I found this really dark green and it's just in those dark plain swatches and it really fits. Now you see the corner where I'm putting this towel, that is going to be a kitchen. Now this is the weird thing about the kitchen. You can see it's leading to a tiny bathroom. So, sterilization, but look, it's going to be fine. It's the Sims, and I'm going to kind of lay it out as carefully as I can too, because I do like it to have some realism, but baby, I'm not a realistic one of those simmers. So I'm not trying to get it like that. Now I have decided also that everything in this house is going to be green and red. And also, if I repeat myself, please forgive me because honey, it is 3 in the morning. I'm trying to get this out to you on time tomorrow before the live. Now I'm doing the stairs and I really struggle with the stairwell, but ultimately decided this one with the wiring is perfect. So I'm going to stick to it. And a problem I have with building is I'll pick something really quickly and I'll like it and then I'll second guess myself. Now, this is the master bedroom, if there is one, and I'm going to make it sprawling. So I'm putting a tub, but it is a jacuzzi tub. I'm gonna put a shower in it. Oh, I got stuck on shower, guys. I'm gonna put the toilet and sink, and I want to put actually instead of a sink, I'm thinking now that I'm gonna go back and put in cabinets and put in a sink on top of the cabinets. And then I just realized that I need to move the door to the inside of the bedroom because it's gonna be an in-suite bathroom, the only one we have. Now you see me doing my infamous angled walls, and if you know me, you know your girl KT is not scared of an angled wall. So I think I'm going to stick with the white theme and I'm going to put, I think 3 cabinets right here. I only have this one door, so I don't have to worry about blocking it. And as long as I leave room for the toilet, like things are going to be good. Now I am going to put a mirror here, and I had toyed with the one from the Get Famous pack and then settled back on this one. And now I'm looking for a partition because I just want a separation between the shower and the toilet. So if someone's in the shower, you can use the toilet and the Sims won't get embarrassed. However, if they're in that tub, they're still gonna get embarrassed. Now, I did think that I want to put more than one bed in some rooms. And as I'm placing beds, I start to think about, this is going to be for family. So I want to put toddler beds in this house. I want to put cribs. And y'all, I have twins a lot in my game. I can't even tell you. I don't want to spoil it because I just had another set of twins in my game. I mean, this is like regular all the time. So I decided I'm going to put 2 cribs and two taller beds in the upstairs bedrooms. But luckily, because of how I shaped the bedrooms, they're both a pretty nice size and they can fit. You see, the two taller beds fit easily, and we still have plenty of space in between the large double bed. Now, I did realize in the room with the crib, it is a big room, but not like the other one. So, what I had to do was put the bed against the wall, which means that Sims won't be able to woohoo in that bedroom because they can scoot over and sleep, but they won't scoot over to woohoo. So yeah, and I put a changing table in that bulk of space we had upstairs. Now I'm going to pick this fireplace from the holiday pack. This is the horse ranch couch and the rocking chair and the side chair as well. And I've said this before. I was talking about it in a live. Y'all, I use the horse ranch pack for build by probably more than any other pack. So I would definitely say a combination of horse ranch pack. Grow Together I use quite a bit, especially on the outside. Grow Together. But oh my gosh, Love Struck is my third pack that I use the most in Build By. So I looked and I found this picture with roses, and you can see my green and red theme is coming together. Now I got a little worried on my living room because I was like, oh my gosh, there's too much red. But don't worry about it. I'm gonna break it up some. In this upstairs bathroom, you've got, or that's the other bathroom, that's a shower, and this one is going to have a shower and tub combo. And you see how I moved the sink off the wall. I'm going to come back and put decorations later. Now, I show you about 75% of my furniture placement and decorations. I did spend about 45 minutes putting stuff in, and I did not record that because it was just too much. And also, I am going to do a little landscaping, but I don't think I'm going to record that part either like I normally do. This is just it's a big build. I mean, the house maybe doesn't look super large, but I know that I'm going to have to clutter this house up, and y'all know I do not like cluttering my Sims houses. I do it as they live and that makes it easier, but oh my gosh, some of y'all that build and y'all clutter really well, like Pretty Poison Summer, these people, oh, y'all had the patience of a saint. So, but I did it this time. I did it because it's a vacation rental and I know my Sims aren't living here, so I won't be cluttering. I'm going to put wreaths and decorations on the wall. I kind of like how that lines up on top of each other. And I made it night, but just for a second, I'm placing down these snowflakes. I wanted to see if they light up. And then I was trying to put those hanging lights, but they didn't really fit well. And now I actually use clutter from Holiday. What is the Everyday Clutter Kit and the oh my gosh, the mudroom kit, guys. Now that table that I put on the porch, that is actually a card table, and I'm trying to think if it came with the Secret Sanctuary or the Casanova Cove or Hidden Sanctuary kit. They're both kits though, but guys, I make up kit names, pack names, expansion pack names. So look, y'all have to kind of know what I'm talking about. These trees actually light up, I believe, and so I'm gonna kind of place them around the yard, and then I put these log lights on the table. Now I'm starting to switch out those big saucer lights for small ones, and then I put them all down, and that way if I see other lights I can just get rid of the saucer and not have to come back and get them. So I think it's looking good. Now that light I put in the living room with the ribbons, I actually really love that light, and sometimes I put them in houses and I pretend like my infants are looking at them, and maybe they are. I don't know if they look at lights. But I put two lights on the outside on each side of the fireplace. And this is a woohoo rug. You see, I've got three rocking chairs. That red chair in front of the fireplace is actually a manicure chair. And I just thought like you could be hanging out with your family. Y'all could paint each other's nails and toes. It would be cold outside, but it's okay. Oh, also, I had put radiators throughout the house, and then I decided let me just use the heaters that came with a snowy escape that you turn on. They blow the heat out. out. So I put one in each room. Now, I don't know how hot it gets in Brindleton Bay because I did not put any air conditioning in this home. But again, I'm building it in mind that mostly you would be visiting here in the winter months. And you would just, I could even see it being a good New Year's getaway, that kind of thing. So as I come back out, you can see that I am just adding these wreaths and what do you call it? Banners, and that's like I'm pretending that's a welcome banner, like welcome to your snowy escape, not like the pack, but like a actual one. I'm gonna put these two light up snowmen outside. I like to have some lighting out there, and when I upload this, it has no CC, guys. I don't use CC to build or anything like that. So, yeah, you can upload it now. You're going to have a butt ton of packs, though, because you can see, and kits. Because when I say I really use the kits, at one point I was coming through and just filtering by kits. Now, I have obviously had to come back and put in toilet paper rolls and towels, and I needed to even put clutter on the bathroom counter downstairs where I put counters. And I actually think these curtains, even though they got cast on them, they come from the Snowy Escape pack, and I think they look good on these front windows. But I'm not putting curtains or window treatments on any other windows. You can also see me frequently saving. I do that because, honey, if something happened, I don't need to be too far behind. I was pleased how those wild decals came out because it let me put the little freezer bunny that's wrapped in a gift bowl on top of that tree. And you can see me just sticking to green. Even if it's not Winterfest, I'm sticking to greens and red for 98% of this bill in the inside. On the outside, again, I just tried to match the aesthetic around me, but when it came to putting stuff on the porch, you can even see the welcome mat is trees, evergreen trees, and I even put stuff across the fireplace. I put an end table in the front room. We got suitcases. I use those as the end tables in some of the rooms because I feel like it's a vacation rental, you're traveling, so let's just be like, hey, we got luggage here. It looks better. And I put this flower thing down and realized if it really does snow here a lot, then it's going to be covered in snow. I just got cats and dogs, y'all, so I can't attest to the weather myself. Now, moving right along, I love these cover things that go over the doors. And so, yeah, I'm going to put them all throughout the house. And I really have a great idea for upstairs, and I'm going to show it to you. So let's get to our walkthrough. Goodness, this felt like a long build for me. Even the video sped up to 1,000 times speed. So let's do our pan around. You see, I put the roller rink, and I put that partition there like you could stand there and take pictures, the reindeer and stuff. I hope it makes sense, but I thought it was kind of cute. And you come in and you can see the porch. Not in, you're on the outside. That's the card table. And you got a grill on the porch. And please, Sims, don't catch anything on fire. And you pass our manicure chair. You can even see our vase we have out here. You can woohoo. Hopefully nobody's on the porch with you. Oh, you'll see from Hemford on Bagley, you can cross stitch. Those gifts up there are decorations, so they aren't functional. The couch, we're going to go to the kitchen. You can see the Yule log, and the that hat reminds me of one of those old 60s movie with the New Year's baby, those little stop motion. Let's go into the first room. When you enter the house, to the left, and you see two twin beds here, and you could really fit another bed. And then we've got this. I really like that on the wall right there. And so coming out, let me warn you that sometimes the cinematic camera will make things disappear, but this is the master bedroom. And oh, that's the blooming room kids table. So, and look out that window, man, this is the bathroom. I don't want to spend too much time in here, but I really want you to kind of see how it came out. And we are going to go back out, go back to the main room. I really love that view from there. And I did that tree that you have to decorate. This is our beautiful kitchen. And you can see looking back, this is the bathroom off of the kitchen. Small bathroom, but pretty big actually. So comparative to a normal size house, I'll call it. If you come upstairs, you can see we got the flowers on top. And this is what I was talking about, guys. I really love this. Oh my gosh. It even gets me in the real Christmas spirit. And this is the other room upstairs, and it's got the cribs in it. And you see, I got a little stuff for the little babies to look at. And then, oh, I have a big present thing on the wall. It disappeared in the walkthrough. So that's that bathroom in between the rooms. This is the final and fourth bedroom. You see Christmas trees on the nightstand. We got two taller beds. Yeah, I don't know why that decal, but it's there when I upload. This is our rink. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this build. It was really fun for me. And as we pan around, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.